Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Eastern notes: Ball, Mobley, Heat, K. Johnson. There was some skepticism coming into the season about whether Lonzo Ball would be healthy enough to play, and what sort of impact he'd have for the Bulls after being sidelined due to knee issues for 2.5 years. Ball has only appeared in 8 of 25 games, but his multi-week absence was the result of a new wrist injury rather than his surgically repaired knee, which the Bulls guard says has held up just fine so far, as Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times relays. "To be honest, I'm a lot better than I thought I was going to be, early on for sure," Ball said, referring to both his knee and his defense. "There's still some mishaps, definitely on the ball sometimes. But for the most part, one feel comfortable out there. I feel like I haven't really missed a beat, so I just try and give good minutes when I'm out there." As Cowley writes, the positive effect that Ball has on Chicago's lineup has been apparent even in his limited playing time. The club has a plus 6.5 net rating in his 134 minutes on the court. The team's net rating is just minus 5.4 in the 1,066 minutes he hasn't played. That's easily the biggest on/off-court disparity among Bulls players who have logged at least 100 minutes. According to head coach Billy Donovan, Ball's minutes restriction was recently increased to 20 minutes per game, Twitter link via Julia Poe of the Chicago Tribune. As long as he remains healthy, that limit should continue to increase. The ankle injury Evan Mobley suffered in Sunday's loss to the Heat isn't considered serious, according to Chris Fedor of Cleveland.com, subscription required, who notes that the Cavaliers' big man told reporters after the game he was good. The Cavs play just one game in the next week, giving Mobley some time to heal, which is good news, since it was evident in the second half on Sunday how much they need him on defense. "He is one of the top 5 defensive players in the league," head coach Kenny Atkinson said. "You lose a guy like that, and we had to play some small ball with Dean Wade at the 5. He was fine, but they just took it to us. We had some spurts because of our talent. But not good enough." Miami Heat players emphasize camaraderie after beating number 1 seed in the East. The Miami Heat got off to a slow start in the 2024-25 NBA season, but they've turned things around as of late, winning 7 of their last 10 games to move into the number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. On Sunday, the Heat knocked off the Cleveland Cavaliers, the number 1 seed in the East, for their 3rd consecutive win. Following the victory, Heat guard Terry Rozier shared what it meant to the Heat to pick up a win over such a good team. "We got some fight in us. We beat the number 1 team in the East," Rozier said. "Obviously, it doesn't mean everything. But we're heading in the right direction. We knew how important this week was for us. We handled our business, and now we just want to keep doing that." Miami is now 12-10 in the 2024-25 season, and it's starting to play like one of the best teams in the league. The Heat rank 12th in the league overall in net rating, and over their last 10 games, the Heat are 6th in net rating. "I feel like everyone is sharing the ball and making the right play offensively," Harrow said. "Defensively, playing together, talking, communicating, covering for each other, doing all the things that are required to win in this league. Then, obviously, the goal is to win a championship. But I think it starts now with building the habits, building all the things that we're going to need come April, May." The Heat have been a contender in the East for several seasons, making appearances in the NBA Finals in the 2019-20 season and 2022-23 season. However, they've yet to win a title with Jimmy Butler, Harrow, and Bam Adebayo as the core of their roster. Last season, Miami's playoff run came to an early end, as it lost to the Boston Celtics in the first round. Butler and Rozier did not play in that series due to injuries, and the Heat were overmatched as a result. Even though Miami has played just 22 games this season, it's interesting to see that Harrow is already focused on the team building the right habits for a title run. Clearly, the Heat believe they'll be a playoff team in the 2024-25 season. Harrow was huge against the Cavs, scoring 34 points on 10 of 19 shooting from the field, 5-for-9 from 3, while grabbing 6 boards and dishing out 7 assists. "I think it's collectively just playing great basketball," Adebayo said. "Everybody is doing their part. No matter what that last column says, we're all doing our part trying to figure out how we can get wins. You don't realize how hard it is to actually get a win in this league. It's very easy to lose a game." Adebayo, the anchor of the Miami defense, had a double-double on Sunday against Cleveland, finishing the matchup with 16 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists and a block. The Heat have a few days off after Sunday's win to rest up before they take on the Toronto Raptors on Thursday, December 12. That matchup is set to tip off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Kaseya Center in Miami. Kings send De'Aaron Fox to Heat in NBA blockbuster mock trade. After adding 6-time NBA All-Star DeMar DeRozan in the offseason, the Sacramento Kings' expectations skyrocketed despite just one playoff appearance in the past 18 years. The Kings have started their 2024-25 campaign with an underwhelming 12-13 record, sitting in 12th place in the Western Conference through 25 games. Despite their poor play, star point guard De'Aaron Fox has been stellar. Fox is averaging 26.4 points, 5.0 rebounds, 6.0 assists, and 1.7 steals per game, truly becoming one of the league's premier talents. After turning down a contract extension in the offseason, Fox will be due for a significant payday soon, and an even bigger one if he makes an All-NBA team this year. If the Kings front office believes they have no future with Fox holding the reins, why give him a supermax extension? Bleacher Report's Greg Swartz proposed a mock trade that would send Fox to the Miami Heat, getting Fox to a potential title contender and getting the Kings a fresh start with younger help. Of course, dealing Fox is not ideal in any situation, and getting only one first-round pick in return is possibly the worst-case scenario. The most valuable asset that the Kings are getting in return in this mock is Jamie Jaquez Jr., but the 23-year-old forward is having a fairly disappointing sophomore season. It is a bad idea for the Kings to trade away Fox if they want to see any success in the near future, especially trading him for a few young assets who have not proven they would be difference-makers in Sacramento. This trade would be great for the Heat, pairing Fox with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Herro. The Heat have started their season 12-10, but this would give them a talented enough roster to compete with the reigning champion Boston Celtics in the East. If the Kings are to build around anybody to become title contenders, Fox should be the only untouchable. Sacramento should give Fox however much money he wants, as the 26-year-old star enters his prime as one of the league's top point guards. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of De'Aaron Fox? Leave your opinion in the comments.